Hello everyone, today's tutorial is a smashed text effect tutorial. As you can see here we've got LeBron James, he's got his foot through the O of his name, and we've got some smashed glass, okay, and then just the floor where it's just been like the impact of his feet smashing on the ground. So without further ado, I'm going to get straight into it. So I'm using a Mac, so I'm going to press Command N to bring up a new document, and I'm just going to make it a square. So I'm going to go 1500 by 1500, 300 resolution pixels per inch, RGB color 8-bit, white, and click create. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill my layer. So as you can see here, I've got this this color here, this purple color, and it's 4B2E71. 4B2E71. So I'm going to hit OK. Now, as it's my foreground colour, okay, I'm going to hold Alt on my keyboard and hit the backspace, and it's going to fill it. Likewise, if you want to use the colour at the back, okay, shortcut would be Command and backspace, just like so. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the picture of LeBron. Okay, and I'm going to cut him out. Use whichever method you prefer. I personally hit P. You prefer to use the pen tool. Okay, and just cut round very accurately, just inside the edge. Very neat, very precise, and it makes for a clean cut. However, this time I'm going to be a little bit lazy, and for the sake of the tutorial, press Command Z to resize. For the sake of the tutorial, okay, I'm just going to find LeBron just here, and I'm going to drag and drop him. In fact, I'm going to leave that one there. I'm going to select my new layer there. I'm going to select LeBron just here. Where's he gone? There he is. I'm just going to drag and drop him. Okay, what I'll do is I'll make this PSD available so it saves you from cutting him out as well. So there we go. I'm just going to place him down there and press Command 0. I'm just going to size him up, and I'm going to go for something like that. Okay, what else I can do then at this stage, alright, is I'm going to drop in the floor. So I've got this photo here. Again, I'll make these available in the comment section down below. And I'm just going to drop it just in and around there. Okay, you can resize it to however you'd like. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this layer, this blend mode. So I'm going to select this menu here, and there's multiply there. As you can see, it's blending quite well. Just go up a little bit. Okay, and you notice we've still got these very straight lines, so I'm going to create a layer mask. So I'm going to select this icon down here, this layer mask. Now this allows us to work non-destructively. So hit B for the brush tool, right click. I want a nice soft brush. Okay, I want the flow, I'm going to start it around 60. Make sure I've got black selected. Okay, and I'm just going to paint away what I don't want. Okay, and all we're doing is just non-destructively getting rid of them. So if I want those pixels back, I disable the layer mask, and there it is, it reappears. I always try to work non-destructively. If you use the eraser tool, once it's gone, it's gone. So you can go back, and if I wanted to add, I just press X on my keyboard, it swaps the palette to white, and then you can just paint back on what you've just got rid of. So it's a very useful tool, and I use it quite a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint away and get rid of those edges. And at this point, it'd be worth just zooming in and just getting rid of anything that we don't need. What you can also do is when you've got a layer mask, is hold down the Alt on your keyboard, and then you notice the icon, the little mouse changes. Select it, and you can see where you've actually been painting as well. So come out of there, so you can see where I've actually painted. Hold Alt, select it, and it's back. So there's our floor. Now, what I'm also going to do is I'm also going to add some shadow, just to help him blend in a bit. So I'm going to create a new layer. Make sure it's underneath LeBron there. Okay, hit the B for the brush tool. Hit D to reset my palette. You see I've gone for this black colour here. Okay, and you probably drop the flow down to around 5 to start with. Okay, and we're just painting on the shadow underneath. Okay, be as precise as you want to be, as you need to be. Okay, again, personal preference, just for the sake of the tutorial, I am speeding along. As you can see, I did take my time with the shadow underneath LeBron there. So again, just take your time, and it's just stimulating just some shadow underneath and just at the side there. Now what I can also do, so I'll call that touch shadow, because it's a shadow touching him. I'll create another layer and I can just do some more. Now you can change the shape of your brush just by playing around. Okay, use my bracket keys, make it a bit bigger. Okay, I want it probably a little bit more narrow. And I'll paint there. Okay, and you can see the effect that I'm going for. Again, if you just want to just get rid of that a little bit. There we go, that's a little bit better. So again, like for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just speeding along here, but that's how I would go about doing the shadow. Now I want to create some shadow on LeBron himself, just to make him blend in a little bit more. Okay, just create a new layer, hold Alt, and you'll notice that the icon changes when I hover between the layers. Select that, and now anything I do on this layer will only show on the layer below, so on LeBron. So if I hit B for the brush tool, okay, if I get a big thickness brush, if I paint here, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. So paint and hold in, you'll see it's working directly on the layer below. So go back, create the clipping mask. Alternatively, okay, you can just right click, see that it says release clipping mask, right click or double click, create clipping mask. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down for the flow, down to, bring it real down to 2. Okay, I'm going to go for that soft brush again. Okay, if you're regular on my channel, you know I enjoy this brush quite a lot. Okay, this style of technique. Okay, you can just paint in the shadows, just enhances it a little bit more, and it just adds to the effect. Okay, again, I'm just rushing for the sake of the tutorial. So again, you can just shade on there and see the underside of his arms as well. So I'll show you on this layer. So what I've done is I've got this layer here, and you can see the difference just by adding the shading, what it's done. So I'm simply doing, taking my time, got my brush, my dark brush, and I'm just shading on. Again, for the sake of the tutorial, I'm just going to speed it up now and carry on. So I digress. So that's how we would do our shading. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the LA skyline. So again, I've got this image here. I'll make it available. Okay, Shift and Alt. I'm just going to resize it. Command 0. There we go. And what I'd like is a little bit of the river in, a bit of the sunset and the city skyline. Hit enter. Okay, and I'm going to drop that fill down to about 10 or 15. We'll go with 15. 14, that'll do. Okay, again, I'm going to create a layer mask. Make it quite big. Use my bracket tool. Bracket keys on my keyboard. Okay, just bump it up a little bit. Make sure I've got black selected here. Okay, and again, I'm just going to paint away these houses. But what I'd like is a little bit of these palm trees. And I'm just going to get rid of a little bit of this city skyline there. Just underneath, just so you can see a little bit. So again, I'm going to keep referring to this one. You can see there, I've just got rid of the foreground of the city and just above the river there. So we're not retracting from the main image. So yeah, fantastic. Hit V. Okay, and I'm going to select. So it wants to be, let me just think. Yeah, we'll go for, make sure you've got this level selected here. Okay, I'm going to come in, I'm going to drop in the LA Lakers. I'm going to resize that. Okay, if you notice I held Shift and Alt just there, so as I hold it, it grows in proportion. Okay, if I wasn't to hold Shift or Alt, okay, it just lose its constraints. So press Command Z to go back. So if you hold Shift, it'll just grow one way. If you hold Shift and Alt, got this dot in the middle. Okay, it's going to grow in proportion from the center. Likewise, this little dot, if I was to move it down to the bottom, okay, and hold Shift and Alt, it just grow from the bottom, and vice versa. So I digress. I'm going to drop in the logo. So it can be from whatever basketball team, football team, soccer team. That's fine. Whichever player you're using. In fact, what I'm going to do, yep, that looks fine. Now, if you notice, I added some shadow. So I had shadow here as well. So I'm going to go down, and where LeBron is, just here, I'm just going to rename it. I'm going to press Command J, or you can just drag and drop on the new layer icon just there. Okay, I'm going to take this this bottom layer. Okay, and I'm going to go to Image, Adjustment, Hue Saturation, and I'm going to drop the lightness down to black. Okay, and if I just hide this layer, you'll see I've got this complete blacked out layer. I'm just going to hit V, so my Move tool selected on my tools over here. I'm going to tap my arrows just up and to the left. I'm going to right click or double click. I'm going to convert it to a smart object. Now this means we can edit it and go back to it. There's a whole mathematical formula that goes on in the system, but all we need to know is when we make something a smart object, we can go back and edit it. So I'm going to go to Filter, I'm going to go to Blur, Gaussian Blur. Now I had it on 15. Yeah, we'll try 12. That looks okay. Hit OK. And then again, I'm just going to drop the fill down to something that I like. Probably something around 70. And with this layer as well, I'm going to clip it onto the LA Lakers. So I'm going to drop it down. I'm going to hit Alt. So it's just above the LA Lakers logo. I'm going to hit Alt. So then this icon appears. Select it. And now you notice the shadow only appears on the LA Lakers sign. There we go. Fantastic. So now time for the main event, the text. I'm going to hit T. So the colour I'm using, I'm just going to pick a colour. So I'm going to hit the eyedropper tool, and I'm just going to select this colour here. So we've got FEC 832. FEC 832. I'm going to hit OK. Now I've got a text called Play Pretend. I'll find this on thefont.com, I think I used, and I want it to be at the front. So I'm going to select the top layer, and then I'm going to type here. As you can see, my text appears at the top, and I'm going to type LeBron. Command A. I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller, and I'm going to move it round, and it needs to be considerably smaller. So we'll go for 70 now, and I'm going to hit my Move tool. I'm going to press Command T, and I'm just going to angle it slightly. Hit OK, and I'm lining it up with his leg. So as you can see there, I've turned it considerably more actually. I think that should do. And then I've just nudged it across, so his feet's coming across. Now what we can do is, on this LeBron, we're going to rasterize type. Again, just so we can start editing it properly. I'm going to select a layer mask, okay, bracket keys to make it smaller, make sure the black's selected, make sure the flow's up to 100, okay, and I'm going to zoom in. Let's go back, layer mask, and I'm going to make it the hard brush. Okay, I'm just going to paint away. As you can see there, I've gone over. It's fine. I'm going to hit X, so now white appears. And I'm going to zoom in. I'm just going to paint around LeBron there. There we go. no one's going to notice these small details, but again, it just pays just to be precise, and it just makes things a lot cleaner. Yep, it's looking good. Fantastic. Command 0. Okay, so you notice we've got his feet sticking out now. So again, what we need to do is now we need to make the text smashed. So LeBron, I'm going to rasterize the layer. I'm going to come over to the polygon lasso tool. So press L. Sorry, my eyes are deceiving me. Okay, I'm going to start from the center of the O, and I'm just going to make like a triangle. Go to the top to layer, new, layer via cut. Now you see I've got this shortcut command here. So if you're using Windows, just have a look to see what that command is. So likewise, throughout this tutorial, if I've been going a little bit fast, you've been unsure, okay, and I've like create new layer, command N, all right, just look. So for a Mac, it's command N. On the Windows, it'll tell you what the shortcut is there. So layer, new, okay, layer via cut, so it's Shift Command J. What that does is, okay, it just takes it away from my letter. And what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to hit V from a move tool and just move it up like so. I'm going to come back to this layer, to the LeBron, the original one. I'm going to press L for my lasso tool. Okay, and it's easy just to hide the layer you've just used. Okay, and again, from the center, but I'm going to make sure I'm overlapping. I'm going to go just a little bit higher and just make that triangle again. Yep. Command Shift Command J, layer via cut. If you notice, I get rid of LeBron. Just got this little bit there. Hit V, and I'm going to move it up and out. And again, got my other layer. You can see the effect that we're achieving. So come out, back to LeBron. Okay, it's quite monotonous. Press L. Go down like so. Shift Command J. Hit V. I'm just going to nudge it out. So then you can see the smash to text effect that we're going through. And it's just that process over and over again. L, polygon lasso tool. Go for a big one this time. Shift Command J. V for move. Etc. etc. And then that will produce our LeBron James smash text effect. And hopefully now as I speak, the image is now appearing on the screen. So because I'm going to save time because time's getting on, what we can do at this point as well. So at this stage now, we've gone all the way around. We've achieved our smash text effect. Okay, we've got the smash glass. So again, I've not got it up on here, but I'll get it in the image below. I've got this smash glass. Okay, and I'll just resize it on the size so you can see. Okay, I've just dropped it in. I've put it on the O, and I'm just going to drop it down to what I did before. To where was it? Smash text, smash glass, 38%. So there you go, Josh dropped it down and it's given that effect there. So appreciate that was really quick. Okay, I wanted to really rattle through it because I know time's pushed. People don't want me talking for hours and hours. So there's our LeBron James smash text effect. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Hope it was useful. Again, it's just more ideas just to come up with. Can you use whatever players that you want. If you're new to my channel and you like this video and you've seen a few of the others, okay, please consider subscribing. And if you like this, again, like I said, if you like this tutorial, hit like. and search for me on Instagram, TB Photoshop Tutorials. Again, I've got some of my work on there for you guys. And yeah, thanks for watching, getting a lot of nice kind messages, really appreciate it. So yeah, love doing it, and I'll see you in the next video.